questions that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
It's hot under this thing. Oh my word. Well, anyway, the hardware polished. Do I want it to look new? No. I just want the old dirt and grease off, and that's why I was scrubbing it to bring some of the, a little bit of shine back to it, and it will tarnish over time. And then going over the surfaces of the cabinets with my good old Sears and Roebuck Craftsman dual action electric sander. They don't make them like this anymore. The Craftsman name is still around, but it is not owned by Sears. We're gonna have a nice surface here, just buffed up, grease is gone. This will give us a good place for the paint to adhere. Now I need to put all the little decorative trim on there and get the hardware back on. A couple of people asked me, wouldn't it be easier to paint the trim before you put the trim on? Well, no, not for me, because I'm hammering, I'm putting glue underneath the little strips of lath. They're fur, the wood is fur and they're little strips of lath. And I'm gluing them, but then nailing them on with wire brads. And for me, it's just easier to get everything all finished. I'm a pretty good painter, so it's really going to be easy for me to paint it once it's all up on the wall. So now I've got 8 cabinet doors to do. So what am I doing standing around going blah, 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 blah? Get to it. Oh my word. Listen, you gotta just dive in and do it. Okay, I think this is gonna be it right here. That's the one I think I'm gonna use. This is it, I think. Yep. Well, there they are. Ouch. I have to get used to poles and beams and things down here in this basement. I almost just knocked myself out. 8 cabinet doors. This took time. But hey, this was a lot of fun. So I'm using this old workbench, which was already here in this basement. And that's my father's old hammer. And then these little wire brads I got at a thrift shop. This is the only thing I bought new. And I know a lot of you are screaming at me, don't tell me you're using your washer and dryer as a workbench. Why not? Hey, I gotta start somewhere. So I cut all of my pieces here with a jigsaw. And then there it is. Now, what I still need to do is sand down some spots that are a little uneven with the thickness of the trim, and set the nails there, the little brads, set them, they need to be set. And let's see, that's it. I've got to go scrub the hinges, and then I'll start the painting process. Not sure how far I'll get today, but I'm really excited about this. I'll tell you about my cost for everything when it's all over with. Now, wait a minute. Put down that remote control. You cannot fast forward until the end, but I promise you, we're almost there. Hey everybody, I just wanted to jump in here. Sorry if there's an echo. I am in the kitchen. You're gonna see these cabinets momentarily, but there's no other furniture in here, and so there's an echo. Okay, what I want to do now is just answer a couple of really quick questions about the process and tell you what I paid. A couple of people said, wouldn't it be easier to paint all those little pieces of wood before you attach them to the cabinet doors? And the answer is no. Painting each individual one means you have to hold them in your hands and try to paint all of those little edges while you're holding on to it and it's wet. And then when you go and you put it on top of the existing cabinets, you're going to nail wire brads on. Then you have to go back and touch them up. And then you don't get a nice even consistency with the paint. By putting the trim on first and then painting it, I'm able to control the brush strokes. I'm able to get the paint to fill in the little seams where I didn't miter the corners. They normally weren't mitered on cabinets like this. So it was much easier to put the trim on and then paint it. Even applying the blue painter's tape, that was quick and easy. There's no way I wanted to paint each individual stick. The other thing is, and I love everybody's comments, and I thank you for joining me on this interesting journey that I'm on. The sink is going to stay where it is. There is a budget on this kitchen remodel. This is not going to be a huge remodel. There's no way I can move the sink over and put it under the window. The window is too low to accommodate the sink. If I were to move the sink, the window would have to be altered, which means a new window. The siding on the outside of the house would have to be altered. The plumbing would have to be altered. Big expense. So no loss there. Anyway, when you look out the side window, all you do is see the house next door. You don't see the backyard, so there's really not much of a view outside of that window. Now, color. Let's talk about color. I went bright, 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 bright. No pussyfooting around. Our great-grandparents loved color. Kitchens in 1920 were white, white, white. We didn't really see the introduction of color until the mid to late 20s when the Standard Plumbing Company and others introduced colored enamel porcelain fixtures for the bathroom and the kitchen. It's 1926, 27, 28, and there are new colors every year. Explosions of color, primary colors, jewel tones, and they mixed them up. As you can see, you're looking at this kitchen here. We've got a gray floor, green appliances, green sink, red curtains, yellow walls, and they were not afraid of color. Remember, the Depression era kitchen does not have to be depressing. And my kitchen faces the northeast. It gets no direct sunlight at all. So I wanted my green to be a little bit brighter, and I wanted my cream to lean into the buttercream or the yellow family, and that's exactly what I did. So we can see here, again, all of the wonderful colors in this particular kitchen, which I love. Also, remember, there was not one particular shade of green in the 1920s and 30s. There were several shades of green. And so we can see here in this kitchen, again, more on the yellow side to the walls. I love the wallpaper. I'm probably going to incorporate some wallpaper to add some warmth and some other character to my own kitchen. So this is very nice. We've got white, it looks like maybe a white stove with the gray panels there on the front. And then, of course, the little work table. Only a few little built-ins you can see over there on the left. And then a beautiful white sink peeking out over there on the right-hand side. Very nice kitchen. I like that a lot. And then finally, here's a picture that I've already showed, that you've already seen. Again, look at the color scheme. More on the yellow side with the green, which had many different names. Different paint companies referred to that as different colors. It wasn't always called jade. And it's escaping me right now what some of the colors were that the paint companies used. But red on the floor, red stripe inside of the cabinets. Lots of color there. Okay, let's go take a look at my cabinets. They're finished. I need to do some touch-up work. I'm going to talk to you about the hardware later. That is the hardware that was up there. I put it right back on. Don't worry about the way it looks up at the ceiling or little touch-ups that I've got to do. The cabinets are in place and I couldn't be happier. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I hope you love these cabinets doors as much as I do. They started out plain, flat, white, ugly, and just look at them now. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again. Finally, I'm going thrifting tomorrow. Yes, getting out of this house for a day. All right, everybody. Wait for the cat. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. Thanks for watching. So long for now.
The coffee is steaming. Oh boy, how I'm dreaming. While I'm cooking breakfast for the one I love. My baby likes bacon, and that's what I make.